Welcome back to Mind of Man, the place where men come to grow stronger, wiser, and more in control of their relationships and their lives. If you've been following this channel, you already know our mission is simple: to uncover the truths most people are too afraid to talk about. And today's truth is a big one, because in a world where social media constantly pushes the idea that you need money, status, and flashy things to keep a woman's attention, I'm here to tell you that's not the full story. The reality is this: money might catch her eye, but it will never keep her heart. What truly keeps a woman interested has almost nothing to do with your bank account. It's about who you are, how you make her feel, and how you live your life as a man. So today, I'm going to break down 5 powerful ways you can keep her genuinely interested without ever opening your wallet. And I'm not just giving you surface-level advice. Each point will come with real-life examples, layered insights, and scenarios you can actually apply in your own life. Stick with me until the end, because this is the kind of wisdom that separates men who constantly struggle with women from men who women can't help but respect, admire, and desire. Let's get started. 1. Build emotional connection through presence. Most men underestimate how rare presence is in today's world. When you're with a woman, being truly present, giving her your undivided attention, listening to her, engaging with her words instead of just waiting for your turn to speak, creates a kind of bond money can't buy. Think about it. How many times have you been on a date and seen guys glued to their phones, half listening, nodding while scrolling Instagram? Women notice this instantly. It communicates that she's not worth your full attention, and it weakens the connection. Now picture this. You take her out for a simple walk in the park. You're not spending money. You're not showing off. But when she talks, you lock eyes with her. You pick up on the little details she shares: her favorite childhood memory, the song she can't stop listening to, the way she wants to travel one day. Then, the next time you see her, you bring those details back into the conversation. Suddenly, she feels seen in a way that 90% of men never make her feel. Presence is magnetic. It tells her that when she's with you, she matters. And trust me, once a woman feels that, she'll crave your company no matter where you take her or how much you spend. 2. Challenge her instead of always agreeing. Here's the truth most men won't hear. If you're always agreeing with a woman, if you're always bending to her opinions just to keep the peace, you're not making her like you more, you're making yourself forgettable. A woman doesn't want a yes man. She wants a man who respectfully challenges her, who makes her think, who doesn't roll over the moment she voices an opinion. This doesn't mean being rude or dismissive. It means standing firm in your beliefs and values, while still being open-minded enough to hear her perspective. Let me give you a real-world example. Say she insists that a certain TV show is the greatest of all time. Most men would just nod and say, "Yeah, you're right," to avoid friction. But instead, you say, "I get why you like it, but honestly, I think it's overrated. Here's why." Then you have a fun back and forth about it. That little spark of debate, that playful tension, keeps things exciting. Even on deeper topics, when you calmly but confidently explain your views, you show her that you're not afraid of standing on your own ground. And here's the key: when a woman sees that you can disagree without losing composure, she respects you more. She sees you as a man, not a pushover. That respect keeps her interested far longer than any expensive date ever could. 3. Lead with vision and direction. One of the biggest mistakes men make is thinking women only want a man with money. The truth is, money is just a symbol of something much deeper: direction. A man who has purpose, who knows where he's going, who is building something bigger than himself, is irresistible. Here's why. When you have a vision, you naturally pull people into your orbit. A woman feels safe knowing she's with someone who's not just drifting through life, waiting for things to happen, but actively creating his future. Picture 2 different guys. One guy is constantly saying, "I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'll figure it out eventually." The other says, "I've been working on this project for a while, and I know where I want it to go in the next 5 years. Which one do you think she'll want to stick around for? You don't need to have it all figured out, and you don't need to be rich. But if you can clearly communicate your goals, your dreams, and the steps you're taking to get there, You instantly stand out, because most men don't. And the beauty is, this doesn't cost a cent. A walk where you tell her about your vision, your plans, and your growth is more attractive than the fanciest restaurant dinner. 4. Create mystery and unpredictability. Here's something many men don't realize. Predictability kills attraction. If she can map out every move you're going to make, every conversation you're going to have, she'll lose interest quickly. That's why creating a little mystery and unpredictability is so powerful. You don't need to play games, but you should avoid being an open book all at once. Leave her curious. Let her wonder what's going on in your world. For example, instead of texting her constantly throughout the day, take time to focus on your own life. When you do reach out, surprise her with something different. Hey, I found this little spot you'd love. Let's check it out Friday. Or you mentioned you love art. I want to show you something I've been working on. These moments of unpredictability keep the energy alive. Think of it like a good movie. The films that hold your attention don't give you the ending in the first 10 minutes. They build tension, they reveal layers, they keep you guessing. That's exactly how you should approach keeping her interested. Not by faking things, but by letting your life be rich, dynamic, and full of surprises that she gets to uncover piece by piece. 5. Prioritize growth and self-improvement. At the end of the day, nothing keeps a woman's interest more than seeing that the man she's with is always leveling up. Women are drawn to growth, to progress, to men who refuse to stay stagnant. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect or constantly achieving something massive. It could be as simple as hitting the gym consistently, picking up a new skill, reading more, or chasing a passion project. What matters is that she sees you as a man who refuses to settle. Here's a quick story. I once knew a guy who didn't have much money, but every time you spoke to him, he had something new going on. 1 month he was learning guitar. The next he was training for a marathon. The next he was diving deep into a business idea. Women loved being around him, not because of his wallet, but because being in his presence felt like being part of an exciting journey. Growth inspires respect. And the truth is, when you keep growing, you don't just keep her interested, you keep yourself interested in life. And that kind of energy is magnetic. So there you have it. 5 powerful ways to keep a woman genuinely interested without spending money. Be present. Challenge her. Lead with vision. Stay unpredictable. And always keep growing. Remember this, money can buy attention, but it can never buy respect, admiration, or real desire. Those things come from who you are as a man and how you live your life. If you found value in this, go check out our video, The ONE Type of Man Every Woman Respects, because it ties perfectly into what we've talked about today. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and join the Mind of Man community, where we bring the raw truths men need every single day. Stay strong, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next one.